Why is this all the way over here? Go that way. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to our album listen of Yes's Tales from Topographic Oceans. Today we're continuing with their song The Ancients, Giants Under the Sun, of course released in 1973. I hope that you guys are having a great day. Hope that you guys are having a great night, great afternoon, whatever time it is that you're watching this. I just hope you're doing well. I don't really have much to say at the moment. I just wish you the best. Sometimes during the day or just whenever I'm at work, I'm like, I hope everybody's just having a good day today. Speaking of good days, hopefully we'll get to 15K soon so I can listen to Lamb Lies Down on Broadway because I'm kind of itching to listen to it. Anyways, let's get into the song. You're more than welcome to join me on Twitter. You can join me in the comments down below. You can support the channel on Patreon. But for now, just stay right here and let's listen to some good music. This is, yes, I almost said Genesis, with The Ancient.
To the majesty of music, we marched as one with the Do the leaves of green stay greener through the autumn? Does the color of the sun turn crimson white? Does a shadow come between us in the winter? Is the movement really light? And I heard a million voices singing, acting to the stories that they had heard about. Does one child know the secret and can say it? Or does it all come out alone without you? Alone without you. Alone without you. Where does reason stop and killing just take over? Does a lamb cry out before we shoot it dead? Are there many more in comfort, understanding? Is the movement in the head? And I heard a million voices singing, acting to the story that they had heard about. Does one child know the secret and can say it? Or does it all come out alone without you? Alone without you. Alone without you.
I don't know what to make of that song. I feel like that was the most experimental song that I've heard from Yes. I'm pretty sure that's the most experimental song I've heard from Yes. I haven't heard them do anything like that before, and I don't know what I'm supposed to think about the Ancient. What do you guys think about the Ancient? Um, Love how it starts off. I like the percussion a lot that Alan's doing. I like especially what Squire's doing as well in there. Part of the beginning reminded me of something you would hear off of Discipline from King Crimson, just with that percussion and the way that Hal plays over it with the guitar. Sounds really interesting. I actually like that a lot, and I thought that was really a cool kind of foundation to build the song off of. I had no idea where the song was going from there, but I at least like where we started off. I have to say that my favorite part of the song is that first acoustic guitar intercession by How. It played absolutely beautifully. That was really exciting, and it was really cool how they flowed into it as well. It did come out of nowhere, but it had a nice way of segueing into it, and then they used that to end the song as well. We got a brief spot once again for How at the end, and then it kind of brought back in those very progressive moments from the song. I feel like this song was Yes's Interstellar Overdrive, right? Like this felt really experimental. And on first listen, I don't think I quite got it, to be honest. I definitely didn't love it or like it that much. But here's the thing, and I've mentioned this before, with this channel, I try to come at this more as a musical appreciation class rather than a musical critique class. And I don't really care to critique. I'm just really here to learn. You know, I'm just here to this. I'm here with my lunchbox. I'm here with my pen and paper. I'm here to take some notes, and I'm here to do my homework. That's pretty much what I do the channel for, or what I'm here for. So in listening to this song, in listening to Yes, which at this point I could say, and I can say, and I will say, Yes are one of my favorite bands to listen to. I am thoroughly enjoying them, as if you couldn't tell by the channel and the amount of Yes that's in the channel. So when I get to explore a new album from them, especially one like this, that is a double album with like, you know, 4 huge epics of songs, it's exciting for me. Think back to the time when Yes were releasing these albums and you got a new album from Yes, and I'm sure you were excited to, you know, take it out the sleeve, put it on the not cassette player. I need to go back further. Put it on the turntable and let it rip and see what Yes were doing at the time. It's literally the exact same feeling for me when I listen to a new album. It is me putting on the vinyl in a sense and getting to explore and see what they come up with next. So even if I don't love the song, which I don't, I still enjoy the journey and I still enjoy hearing what they do. And I still think that it's really impressive just how interestingly that this song is put together. I mean, it is totally just off the walls to me. Now, within all of that, we gotta admit that of course, the talent does shine through. I love what Alan's doing in the beginning of the song, like I had mentioned before, with the percussion. It sounds like they would perhaps take some of those notes over into Gates of Delirium, especially in that war section when they're bringing in like that the scrap metal and the junkyard bits and knocking them over. I don't know, something about that sounded very, very thrashy. Not like genre thrash, but in just the descriptive word, the adjective. Also, gotta talk about Squire's bass line going on here. This is so cool. Like, and the drumming especially, I like how they opened it up with the gong. I mean, this sounds exciting and mystical and in capturing all at the same time. I am raptured up with this. This has brought me into the song, and like I said before, to me, this reminds me a lot of King Crimson, what they were doing on, like, Discipline. And then Hal's playing over here is very Fripp-like, right? Like, and we're kind of lost in this section for about 3 minutes or so, but I think that it's just really cool. I like to hear what Yes are doing in something like this, in a progression like this. And speaking of progression, this song feels like their most expansive, expressive, exploratory, and progressive. I mean, they go off the map. They go off the topographic oceans. And it's so weird. Like, I guess interesting weird, the way that John comes in with the singing, it's very unique. You know, like I say, if you gotta give Yes credit for anything, it's extremely unique. I don't know how I feel about it beyond that, but it's unique. This is very inventive what they're doing. You know, Yes, it's been described as symphonic rock because they are able to bring a symphony of sounds and draw from classical music and almost sound like their own orchestra, especially with what Wakeman and Howe are doing, guitar and keyboards. But I would say that this song really expresses that very well. And this comes out like a jump scare. I wasn't expecting it to just like do some orchestral hits, basically. It's so interesting. And that's once again how they ended this song as well. And see, to me, a song like this shows just how progressive Yes was. To me, this is their song taking you and telling you like, hey, if you want us to, we can like explore some avenues that have not been explored before. If you want us to push boundaries of what music can be, guess what? We're in it. And while I can appreciate the experimentation here, for example, Relayer is also a very experimental album, especially a song like Sound Chaser, which upon first listen was extremely shocking to me. But now that song is like one of my favorites on the album. Not that there's a lot of songs on the album, but it's one of my favorites from Yes. So it's a different kind of experimentation. And I feel like on that album, it worked out just a little bit better. With this song, at least, it's not quite hitting the same high marks. But you can hear Squire just, geez, like machine gun fire in there. And I don't know, like, it's interesting. I know I said that word probably about 50 times now, but that's what I come back to. Like, sure, it's kind of interesting to listen to from a musical standpoint. I just don't know if I enjoy it, you know, like on a personal view. Like, what is going on here? That's really cool between Alan and Squire here, though. This is really nice. The way that the toms fall in those fills, and the way how Squire plays on top of that. That's really nice. That's an awesome rhythm section. You can tell that Alan and Squire really like feel each other here. And I like what Wakeman's doing, providing atmosphere, as Howe just kind of gives you some really nice lines as well. This is a really nice jam section now that I'm thinking about it. You know, this they feel very comfortable in what they're doing. They feel very comfortable in their interplay. And once again, we get these stop-start sections here, this time with Howe continuing that guitar playing. Then we shift again. I like how they use those orchestral hits as transition points in the song. Like, this is so unique. I don't know if Howe was listening to Fripp or something at this point, but that's... I'm feeling a lot of Fripp on this. Now, the other thing about this song is I don't really feel like... It doesn't feel structured or paced right. It feels like, I don't know, it doesn't really know where it's heading. And maybe it's me getting lost in the middle section of the music between the opening and the closing, but I don't know. I feel like the music is kind of lost. Like, there's a lot of interesting parts in the song. It just doesn't move quite right. Now, this is cool, though. Listen, anytime we got Steve on the acoustic, that's beautiful. And I like how John sings past the guitar as the guitar ends in that line. Because at first they're doubling up on each other. And this, guys, this is so easily the best part of the song to me. I'll admit, partway through, I was kind of like waiting for the song to end a little bit, but when it got here, it was like coffee directly injected into my veins. I was ready. Dopamine, right in there. Like, I was set, ready to go on this one. I don't think I did that in the right order. Ready, set, go. Like, this could be a song into itself. Kind of like the clap off of the Yes album. Like, I could sit here and listen to this, you know? To me, this brings back all the emotion that I know Yes are capable of back into the song. In a song where I didn't really connect with any emotions, necessarily. Some parts in there sounded like they were gonna go into Roundabout. And we didn't have a ton of John singing in here. He's in here, definitely, obviously. But not as much as before. It was kind of more to the musicians. More left to their devices and what they would come up with. But when we do get John, he of course sounds really nice, really relaxed, and he kind of brings you back into the fold, you know? It's like coming home. You just feel good. Now, out of that mood, this is kind of cool. I feel like this is a little unnecessary, especially as it goes into the next part with some more of those hits. But it's fine, but it feels a little tacked on. So overall, no, I don't really like the song. I appreciate it, but I don't really like it. I'm definitely going to listen to it again so I can, you know, understand it. And if I can find a live version, I'd love to see it played live. I'd love to see Alan, specifically, what he's doing on the drums here. And of course, I'm always going to be interested in Squire. But I really want to see Alan, what he's doing in the drums and the percussion, especially in the beginning part. But overall, this is a cool song to listen to and observe, but not one that hits me on like an emotional level, or, you know, doesn't quite reach my heart or anything. It just kind of was like, okay, that's kind of cool. The lyrics. Ancient One, giants under the sun. As one with the knowledge and magic of the source, attuned to the majesty of music, they marched as one with the earth. Sol, Dupe, Sun, Ilios, Nithete, Akin, Sol, Tanatui, oh no, Kurax, Goons, Gryan, Suri, Samzi. I have no idea what these are. Are these gods? I think, because before that it says they marched as one with the earth. Maybe it's, I mean, Sol means sun, which he does say just a second later. So maybe this is like the natural elements marching with the earth. So the flowering creativity of life wove its web face to face with the shallow, and their gods sought out and conquered Akin. Okay, so there's Akin again, but who's Akin? Do the leaves of green stay greener through the autumn? Does the color of the sun turn crimson white? And I heard a million voices singing, acting to the stories that they had heard about. Does one child know the secret and can say it? Or does it all come out along without you? Along without you, along without you. Almost like nature and time moves on with or without you, so you better get on board. The title of the song, The Ancient, Giants Under the Sun. So when I first read The Ancient, I'm thinking of like gods, right? Giants under the sun. Now that part, I thought about like us. Like every person is their own giant in a way. Every person can have a huge effect on the world around them. So I'm not sure how I'm connecting the dots between the lyrics and what I just said just yet. Where does reason stop and killing just take over? Does a lamb cry out before we shoot it dead? Are there many more in comfort understanding? Is the movement in the head? I don't know. Gotta ask Clarice on how to silence those lambs, yo. The lyrics contain several translations of the word sun, or an explanation of the sun from various languages. Okay, I did catch the sun soul part. I got that one, but everything else, I had no idea what it was. So perhaps the giants under the sun are... Oh, never mind, I don't know. Guys, I would love to know what you thought of the song. You're more than welcome to join me on Twitter. Please let me know your thoughts on the song down below. Let me know if you could parse out its meaning, or, you know, if I'm just lost under the sun. You can support the channel on Patreon as well. You don't have to, but it definitely helps. But regardless, I hope you're having a beautiful, fantastic, amazing, sunny day. Or a moony night, if it is night for you. And I'll talk to you tomorrow. What does moony even mean? If you can have a sunny day, why can't you have a moony night? I'll ponder over this later. Thanks so much, guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.